question by Juan Duque, again, the MVP of last week's call. He says, so you had mentioned that right now people are getting about 10% IRRs, right?
Yes.
He asked, what is typically the proportion between cash flow and appreciation from that 10% IRRs that we talked about on the show?
Great question, Juan. And I hope you continue to keep showing up here because this is a theme that we talk a lot about on our Thursday shows when we go through the portfolio of the week. If you break down how that 10% IRR is calculated and you see 20 years, 10 years, even 5 years after you purchased the home, how did you get to this big pile of returns? 60 to 80% of your returns come from home price appreciation. And that's why choosing the right market and choosing the right team to put you in the right neighborhood in the right market is so critical. That will be the largest contributor to your return on investment. You also asked about cash flow. Cash flow makes, that's usually the first question that we get asked. What's the cash flows? What are the cash flows? At the end of the day, guys, cash flows are going to make up less than 10% of your total pie when you hold on to this asset for a full market cycle. So what I would do is spend the majority of your time focusing on the team, first of all, and then follow the pie. If 60 to 80% of the pie is done by the right market and the right neighborhood, make sure you find the right market and find the right team so they put you in the right neighborhood. And cash flows are nice. They keep you in the game, but that's not how you're going to win in this asset class, especially compared to your other investment alternatives.
A couple of things I'm just going to hit on. Big takeaway from the class, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that is the giant moral of the story, that if you want to learn exactly why we say this, but here's the big takeaway. Most people, when they invest in rental income properties, they spend a whole bunch of their time looking for a property. And, it's like, I said, this property is that property. Does this one look good? Does this one not? Blah, 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 blah. Then once they get that property, they're just like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I got that property because I just de facto I'm looking in my own hometown. And now let me go look at Craigslist for who the property manager is. And that is the wrong way to do it, right? Because
I would think most of them go to Google. Do you think they go to Craigslist to find the property manager?
Maybe they go to Google, maybe they ask around a little bit once they find the property, right? That's the wrong way to do it. If you look at where your return comes from in rental property investing, it comes from being in it for a long time and home price appreciation, right? So to be in it for a long time, you have to have a really good experience in order to get all these returns from it. So what we teach you in this class is that your priority should be to look for, where is there a team that can handle this for me, that's going to assure me a good experience for a long time? Because you buy the property once, you own it for 30 years, right? So that's one. Once you figure that out, then you look for the markets. Then you where the teams are. Now, in what markets are these teams and what market fits my plan the best? If you are looking to grow, you want to be in a growth market. If you're looking for cash flow today, maybe a cash flow market is the place to be. But that's how you filter it out. And then once you do that, picking the property is super easy, as opposed to spending all your time on the wrong thing.
There you go.
Right. So that's one. And the other thing is, we talk about cash flow being 10% of the equation when you first get started and whatnot, right? And not being that significant. But the beauty of this asset class is that you grow a cash flow growth portfolio. Your cash flow grows over time. Most people buying this aren't looking for the cash flow today. And if you are, there's ways to make that happen. But the beauty of it is that no matter what, it continues to grow over time, so that by the time you get to your retirement years, most people right now are just trying to get a whole pile of equity and then live off that cash flow later on. But that forces them to be very risk averse once that happens, and you're kind of stuck. And if the market hits a slump, you're in trouble, right? In this asset class, your cash flow grows over time. So it's not about what your cash flow is today, is how your cash flow grows over time by the time you're in retirement, and how it continues to grow when you're in retirement is the reason we talk about all that, right?
Love it, man.
Okay, cool.